The Colorado Rockies, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain Low. So anyway, the Colorado Rockies were an expansion team in the National League in 1993. The Colorado Rockies had a weird baseball stadium. They actually played in Mile High Stadium where the Broncos played. And of course, Denver has that Mile High air and all that. So a lot of home runs were hit out of that park. Eric Young proved big in the first home game for the Colorado Rockies as he hit a skyrocket past the Montreal Expos on April 9th, 2023, which was ironically my 8th birthday. So anyway, Colorado actually drafted pretty well in the expansion draft. They picked the big acquisition was Andres the Big Cat Galarraga from St. Louis. Now, Expo fans would say he played for the Expos. Yes, he did, but then he was traded to St. Louis for Ken Hill, if memory serves me right. And then, of course, Galarraga was left unprotected by the Cardinals. Basically, the Rockies were with the expansion Blues. Heck, they were close in '94. They were actually like 4 games out of the division lead when the strike hit. But in '95, things changed with a very good lineup of launching of ball launchers. Dante Bichette and Larry Walker were the big guns. Larry Walker, unfortunately, wasn't an Expo, but unfortunately he left for Colorado because they had dumped salary. Larry Walker wasn't traded away from Montreal. He was signed by Colorado. Montreal could have given him a nice offer if Larry Walker had known about it. Walker probably would have signed with the Expos. But anyway, Colorado had other ideas. They actually had a new stadium in '95 called Coors Field with a microbrewery in it. That opening gate was huge because it took 14 innings and a Dante Bichette home run to center field to win the game for them against the New York Mets. That was amazing. Colorado shocked a lot of people by not only getting to the playoff, well, they got the wild card, but proving they could do it in '95. They took on the Atlanta Braves, and as expected, how can you beat the Braves? Rockies did win 1 game. I believe that was in Colorado for game 2. But anyway, the Braves ended up doing well against the Rockies. After '95, the Rockies had their ups and downs. They had some franchise players that they would like to forget. Mike Hampton, Darryl Kyle, a few other people, Jeff Francis. But hey, they had Todd Helton and Larry Walker stayed for a long time. Vinny Castilla. But Colorado grew into power sources, well, also because that stadium is a mile high. You got like Trevor Story, Nolan Ariando, Carlos Gonzalez, Preston Wilson, and a few other things. The Rockies actually made one of the most improbable playoff pushes in history in 2007 when they went 18 out of 19 games to win and force a 1-game playoff at home against the San Diego Padres for the wild card because Arizona won the division. October was huge because in the 13th inning, Matt Holliday hit a sac fly and all that, and didn't touch the plate, but yet the umpires didn't notice. I think it was just too late for them, and they were like, "We might as well get this game out of the way." The Rockies shocked a lot of people by beating the Phillies and Diamondbacks to win the 2007 National League pennant. Sadly, though, their dreams would be crushed by the Boston Red Sox, who swept them in 4 games. The Rockies made a harrowing playoff run in 2018, last year, when they got themselves into things. They faced the Dodgers on the Monday. The winner won the division. The loser had to go to the wild card game. Rockies lost to the Dodgers. Okay, Rockies play the wild card. Ironically, the NL Central had the same issue. You win the division. You lose, you're gonna go to that wild card game. And the Cubs lost on home turf. No big deal. The Cubs will now have to play the Colorado Rockies at home and probably get the wild card. Not so fast. They lost to Colorado in the 13th inning thanks to Tony Woiters, a little used third string catcher who actually got the winning RBI to score the Rockies a trip to the playoffs. Unfortunately, Milwaukee skunked the Colorado Rockies that year. I could have done the 2018 Rockies easily, But I decided to do the 95 Rockies because, you know, third-year team shockingly gets to the playoffs. So in this scenario, the Rockies do somehow beat the Atlanta Braves and move on to the NLCS against the Cincinnati Reds, who the Braves did face in real life. Now the question is, what's going to happen? Here's the thing, though. The Braves did win the 95 World Series. So if Colorado does, in fact, beat the Cincinnati Reds, will continue this against the Cleveland Indians in a best of 7. However, if the Reds shock everyone by going to the finals against the Indians, we will be doing a 2-game total runs thing to decide who would be the alternate champion. The New York Yankees, not there. So anyway, we'll find out who in alternative history. If a game goes to extra innings, that win is counted for double. So let's get going. So the 95 Rockies take on the 95 Reds, who have the NL MVP Barry Larkin with them. Great lineup for all these guys. Got some power on both sides of the ball. Now, I don't want to use the NLCS starting things, so I decided to just wing it. So Pete Sherrick against Kevin Ritz. And the Rockies win in extra innings at Riverfront. Freddy Castilla hits a home run on the road, 1-0. So at 1-0 until the 4th when Hal Morris gets an RBI single to score Ron Gant. Amazing how the Braves won the World Series without Ron Gant. Rockies look bad at getting hits, but Joe Girardi hits a 2 RBI double to score Castillo and Galarraga. It is 3-1 Rockies. Amazing. However, in the bottom of the 8th, after Walt Weiss screws up a ground ball and puts runners on all bases, Eric Anthony hit a 2 RBI single to make it 3-3, but Jerome Walton strikes out. Nothing much in extra innings until the Rockies come in. First and second, when Walt Weiss gets an RBI single, Ron Gant tries to get the runner at home, that being Jason Bates, but unfortunately, he failed. Reds had runner on second and third after Larkin doubled, but Benito Santiago fucks up and flies out. Rockies win 4-3. Weiss, Castillo, Girardi with RBIs. Kevin Ritz went 6 innings. Steve Reed, Kirk Liskanek blew the save. Darren Holmes, Roger Bailey was the one who got the win and the save. The Reds, a couple pinch hitters here. Anthony, 2 RBIs. Pete Sherrick went 6 1/3. Then it was Hector Carrasco, Xavier Hernandez, Mike Jackson, and Chuck McElroy. I thought McElroy played for the 95 Rockies. It's not. So the Reds go with Jose Rijo, the old guy. Bill Swift for the Rockies. And another extra inning game, and another Rockies win. Unbelievable. Extra innings a key here. Larry Walker, good old Canadian boy, 2-run home run, makes it 2-0. Hal Morris gets an RBI single in the bottom third to score Ron Gant. Hal Morris makes it 2-2 with another RBI, this time a double to score Gant. Dante Bichette comes in the 7th inning. Well, 3-run shot, 5-2. Well, that's good news. And then it's bottom of the 9th. Jerome Walton comes in as pinch hitter, walks. Barry Larkin hits in a fielder's choice. Benito Santiago strikes out. All the Rockies need to do is get 1 out. Reggie Sanders walks. First and second, when Ron Gant comes in for a double, Larkin scores, Sanders scores 5-4. And then Hal Morris comes in with an RBI to score Gant 5-5. Unfortunately for the Reds, they couldn't get anything else. Both teams had a runner on second in the 10th inning and couldn't score. Rockies bases loaded in the 12th when Jason Bates comes in as a pinch hitter and gets a 2 RBI double to score Burks and Galarraga. Eric Young then also gets 2 RBIs, this time a single to score Girardi and Bates, 9-5. Reds do score on a Larkin hit, but that's it, 9-6. Great job by the Rockies. Eric Young, 2 RBIs, Walker 2, Bichette 3, Jason Bates 2. Bill Swift goes 4 innings, then Joe Gray, Steve Reed, that's kind of like another blown save. Darren Holmes, Roger Bailey, Bruce Ruffin. And then Lance Painter came in for the final out to get a save. Weird. But anyway, Hal Morris, 3 RBIs. Gant with 2. That's good. Jose Rijo went 5 innings. Then Carrasco, Hernandez, Mike Jackson, Chuck McElroy, Dave Burba, C.J. Nitkowski, Kevin Jarvis. So the Rockies are halfway home, if you will. Marvin Freeman wants to pitch Game 3 against John Smiley. And bad news. The Reds used Coors Field to their advantage. 23-5. Fucking knackers. They put up 4 in the second. Hal Morris, 2-run home run. Brett Boone, RBI double to score Duncan. Barry Larkin, single to score Brett Boone. Mario Duncan in the third with an RBI single. Eric Anthony with an RBI single, 6-0. Rockies come back with 2. Eric Young with an RBI double. Dante Bichette with an infield single, 6-2. But the Reds put things to bed in the fourth. Ron Gant, RBI single, double scored by Angel Santiago. Hal Morris scores Gant with a double. And then Brett Boone hits a 3-run home run to center field. Brett Boone, before he was a malcontent with the Mariners. Bruce Ruffin got an RBI ground out. But Ron Gant, another home run, 14-3. Man, the Reds like putting home runs on the board. And then Larkin took a bases loaded walk. Benito Santiago gets an RBI single to score Anthony. Ron Gant takes a bases loaded walk to score John Smiley. He's still pitching. And then Hal Morris with a bases clearing double to score Larkin, Santiago, and Gant. At 20-3, it's over. Castillo, 2 RBI single. Not really worth it. Gant hits a sac fly. Duncan gets an RBI single. Eric Anthony, RBI single. That's at 23-5. The Reds score the runs in bunches. Gant, Morris, and Boone. So 3 home runs for 23 runs. That's amazing. Larkin, 2 RBIs. Santiago, 1. Gant, 6. Hal Morris, 6 RBIs. Duncan, Boone, Anthony. Wow. Ron Gant is just huge. John Smiley, 6 2/3. Nitkowski and Burba come in. The Rockies. Marvin Freeman only goes 3 innings. And you got Gray, Ruffin, Painter, Thompson, Brett Saberhagen, Olivares, and Holmes. So now they decide to go with Game 4. David Wells comes in because they need him against Arnando Reynoso. And again it's extra innings, and again the Rockies win. Geez, when the Reds take it to 9 innings, they win the game. Rockies had a 5-0 lead after 1 inning. Larry Walker, RBI single. Vinny Castilla, a sac fly to score Weiss. Ellis Burks with a 2-run triple to score Walker and Bichette, and Joe Girardi, RBI single, 5-0. Then it's 6-0. Larry Walker, 6-0 after 2 innings, after 3 innings. And then all of a sudden, Ron Gant remembers who he was. RBI double to score Sanders. And Hal Morris hits another home run down the line, 6-3. Reggie Sanders gets a fielder's choice. And after 5 innings at 6-4, Rockies, Hal Morris, another home run, makes it 6-6. And Barry Larkin takes bases loaded walk to score Duncan. On the 6th, though, Walt Weiss, RBI single to Girardi, 7-6. The Rockies think they got in the 8th when Walker gets an RBI double to score Young, and Dante Bichette scores Larry Walker, 9-6. But then the Reds pull something out of the hat. Larkin walks, Santiago gets a single to make it 1st and 3rd. Reggie Sanders swings and misses, strike 3. All the Rockies need to do is just get this one out. Ron Gant comes up. Again, he hits a home run, 9-9. This guy. Nothing else happens. But in the bottom of the 10th, after Young gets a single, Weiss flew out. Eric Young steals second. Larry Walker walks. Plus it's a night. Dante Bichette. What did I say about 3-run home runs? On opening day, he did it, and he did a walk-off to beat the Reds. Dante's Inferno. A lot of players used by the Reds. Gandon Morris again with those RBIs. David Wells went 2 innings. Kevin Jarvis, Hector Carrasco, Xavier Hernandez, Mike Jackson, Chuck McElroy, Dave Burba, C.J. Nitkowski. For the Rockies, Weiss, Walker, Bichette, Castillo, Burks, and Girardi for RBIs. Armando only goes 3 innings. And Gray, Reed, Leskonic, Derek Holmes blows the save. Roger Bailey, Bruce Ruffin. So at 3-1, they have to go back to their number ones. Can the Reds avoid embarrassment? I think they can. 7-5 is your score. Proving that if you get it in 9 innings, you'll win the game. Hal Morris, RBI single. Makes it 1-0. Vinny Castilla hits a home run in the bottom of the 4th, make it 2-1. Hal Morris gets a sac fly, 2-2. Ron Gant hits a grand slam to left field. after Larkin, Santiago, and Sanders get on base. Amazing. Ron Gant is just like that good. Mariano Duncan even has a home run. That's not his thing. Dante Bichette RBI single. Vanderwall triple to score Galarraga. Eric Young makes it 7-5. Amazing. So anyway, Canton Morris. Well, it is Mile High Stadium. Shurik with the win. Carrasco, Xavier, and Jeff Brantley came in. The Rockies, Young, Bichette, Castillo, John Vanderwall. Kevin Ritz went 6 innings and lost. So really, that's kind of close. So yeah, that's amazing. It's amazing when you think about it. Because now they go back to Cincy. The Reds might have it. They decided to use John Smiley against Bill Swift. The Rockies can afford to lose this game. I don't like saying that, of course, but you never know. And bad news, Reds fans. The Rockies win Game 6 in regulation, 5-2. Barry Larkin made it 1-0. No big deal from the NL. MVP Larry Walker scored Eric Young with an RBI single. 1-1 until the 6th when Dante Bichette hits a GRD, ground rule double, scored Larry Walker. And then El Andres, Big Cat Galarraga, 2 RBI double, make it 4-1. Hal Morris RBI single, make it 4-2. Walt Weiss makes it 5-2. Granted through the hole for Eric Young. At 5-2, that was the score. Colorado ended up winning it. Bill Swift didn't get the win. It was Joe Gray. Steve Young. Kirklis kind of pitched 3 innings for a save. Really? So anyway, no more Morris and Gant in their long RBIs. The Rockies avoid that. John Smiley sucked Carrasco, Hernandez, Mike Jackson. So now, here's the funny thing. The Colorado Rockies now have to face the Cleveland Indians in the World Series because obviously we're going to assume that Cleveland would have came out of the ALCS as winners. This could be interesting. Well, we got ourselves a World Series. The Rockies, being the National League team, gets to host games 1, 2, 6, and 7. Indians 3, 4, 5. Earl Hershiser, the Indians used him in real life. He will be up in arms. He'll take on the Colorado Rockies and Armando Reynoso. Kind of strange, but knowing the pitching situation of the Rockies in the NLCS, they have to go with their gut. And their gut worked. 13-4. Whoa. Larry Walker gets an RBI double score at Walt Weiss. Dante Bichette with a triple to score Walker, 2-0. Then Ellis Burks hits a base hit, 3-0. Omar Vizquel does get a base hit to score Viagra in the top of the second. Dante's Peak, another home run, bottom of the... Well, Dante's Volcano made it 4-1. Larry Walker hits a home run to right field, 5-1. And Andres Galarraga scored a single to get Castillo home. 6-1, Rockies. Boy, Expo fans must be seething. Bottom of the 6th, Eric Young gets an RBI double score. Grahe, after pitching change and a walk, Larry Walker gets an RBI double score Young. Then Dante Bichette does it again. Home run to right field, gone. And then Ellis Burks hits a home run after Castillo got on base. 13-1 your score. Manrad does get an RBI single in the top of the 7th. And a field stretch by Kevin Lofton. 13-3. Jim Thome made it 13-4, but it was all for naught. 4 RBIs. Lofton, Manram, Thome, Vizquel. Earl only lasts 5 innings. Bud Black pitches 2/3 and gets shelled for 5 runs. Grimsley, Poole, and Plunk do their jobs. The Rockies. So Walker, Bichette with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. Nice. Burks with 3. Walker with 3. Young and Gallagher. Armando goes 5 innings and wins. Grahe, Ruffin, Painter, Brett Saberhagen, Omar Olivares. So, game 1. Kevin Ritz will not be able to start game 2. They want him to rest. So, that's fine. Dennis Martinez, the former Expo, will start game 2. And it worked. Cleveland ties the series up at 1. Paul Sorrento hits a grand slam after Bell, Ramirez, and Thome get on base. Amazing. Tony Pena, the catcher, made it 6-0. Where's Sandy Alomar Jr. when you need him? Anyway, Omar Vizquel makes it 7-0 with a home run. Jeez. That's amazing. Andre with a 2 RBI double. 9-0. This game pretty much in the books, if you will. John Vanderwell does hit a 2-run home run as a pinch hitter in the 2nd inning. Paul Sorrento, 2 RBI single. Vinny Castilla made it 11-3. Ellis Burks with a 2-run double. Vinny Castilla gets a 2 RBI single to make it 11-7. Man, oh man, they might actually win. Larry Walker in the bottom of the 5th, RBI single to score Young, 11-8. Wow, are you for real? But in the top of the 8th, Cleveland bursts the bubble. Tomei, RBI single. And Viagra, RBI single to score Tomei. 13-8. So anyway, Sorrento, Pena, and Fiscal getting home runs. 6 RBIs for Sorrento. That's amazing from this guy. Dennis Martinez pitches 3 2/3. He doesn't go long enough for the win. That gives Bud Black. They gave it to Bud Black. Grimsley came in. Eric Plunk, Julian Tavares. Castillo 3 RBIs. Burks and Vanderwall 2. Marvin Freeman only goes 2 innings. Kevin Ritz does okay in 5 innings of work. And Steve Reed pitches 2 innings. But the problem is Kevin Ritz cannot start game 3 because he's already pitched. So they go with Bill Swift. They have to go with Bill Swift now. Charlie Nagy goes for the Indians. Who's their DH? Jason Bates. Well, they said Jason Bates is not that bad of a player because of what he did in the LCS. And it worked. Rockies win 7-3. Larry Walker, again with a home run, makes. Eddie Murray comes through, the old man, with a home run. Andres Galarraga makes it 2-1 with an RBI double. Walt Weiss makes it 3-1 with an RBI double for Young. Bichette gets a double to score Weiss 4-1. Dante Bichette makes it 5-1 with an RBI ground up. Carlos Viagra hits a home run, making it 5-2. Then he gets an RBI single to score Tomei 5-3 after 6. But the Rockies get a run. Burks, fielder's choice, 6-3. The Indians can't do anything. Julian Tavares tries to pick off a runner, but it fails. Bates scores 7-3. Bates didn't do that bad as a DH. Weiss, Walker, Bichette with 2 RBIs. Burks, Galarraga with the RBIs. Bill Swift goes 5 1/3. Steve Reed and Kirk Luskanek. So Swift does his job. Murray and Viagra with home runs. Nagy 7 1/3 and can't do anything. Plunk and Tavares have to come in after him. Now you start Kevin Ritz. And it will be Ken Hill, the former Expo. Talk about your former Expos, eh? And this time, the Cleveland former Expo wins 5-4. So now we have a 2-2 series. Larry Walker, another home run. Vinny Castilla makes it 3-0. All these home runs for the Rockies. Castilla makes it 4-0. I'm thinking, well, it's 3-1 for the Rockies. Eddie Murray, home run, 4-1. No big deal, no big deal. Bottom of the 6th. Tony Pena grabs into double play, but Tomei scores, make it 4-2. No big deal. Fiscal hits a RBI double score. Paul Sorrento. Sorrento was on third base, 4-3. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. And then Paul Sorrento in the bottom of the 7th, home run to right field, 5-4. This guy's like unbelievable. Rockies don't get anything going. They had a 4-0 lead and choked it after 3 innings. Fuck off. Walker and Castillo with RBIs. Kevin Ritz 6 2/3. Steve Reed, not so much. The Indians, they don't need anything special. Sorrento 2 RBIs. Murray and Fiscal with 1. Ken Hill does not get the win. That's Julian Tavares because, they're down 4-0. Plunk and Mesa comes in. Mesa for the save. So now the Indians go back to Oral Hershiser for Game 5. The Rockies have to go with Marvin Freeman. And the Rockies will take a 3-2 series lead coming home with a 9-8 win. It was a tight one. That's all the games are. Jim Tomei, RBI single score, triple score Manram. Sorrento gets a sac fly, 2-0. Top of the 3rd, Jason Bates gets an RBI single for Girardi. Larry Walker, again with a home run, 3-2. Eddie Murray, another home run, 3-3. Cleveland's got to use him in the lineup. They have to. 3 games, 3 home runs. Joe Girardi makes it 4-3 with an RBI single. That guy. Eddie Murray gets an RBI double to tie the game at 4. Andres Galarraga, there he is. 2-run home run. Weiss scores Girardi with a single, 7-4. Paul Sorrento, another home run, 7-5. And then in the bottom 7, Eddie Murray comes in. Boom, 7-7. Amazing. Eddie Murray, fuck. Rockies get runner on third base with 1 out. Bates and Weiss screw up everything. Cleveland goes down in order, top of the 9th. Walker RBI single. Dante Bichette makes it runners on first and third. Castilla gets a sac fly. Albert Bell gets a good throw, but it's safe. Ellis Burks gets an RBI single to score Bichette to make it 9-7. Indians, after a double and a single, running on the corners, Kenny Lofton grounds out. They let the run score 9-8. Now the runner on second. They get Murray and Bell out. Wow. 9-8. Rockies. Amazing. Weiss, Walker, Castillo, Burks, Galarraga, Girardi, Bates with RBIs. Lescanic gets the win. Marvin Freeman doesn't do much. And then they get Steve Reed. Cleveland, well, 4 RBIs by Eddie Murray. They have to put him in somehow. Hershiser 5 2/3 and didn't do that well. Eric Plunk, Julian Tavares, Jim Poole. So this is huge. Because now you go back to Colorado for game 6. And obviously you have to go for Charles Nagy. No, it's Hershiser, sorry. Hershiser, Ken Hill. Yeah, Dennis Martinez for game 6. And Colorado will go with Reynoso for game 6. The only problem is they have nowhere to put Murray because Paul Sorrento is having a World Series of his own. So, bad luck. But after Albert Bell hits a solo home run in the top of the first, it's 1-0. Rockies are trailing. Here comes Castillo, 2-1. Castillo in the left base hit. That's a double. This will definitely score Weiss. Here comes Bichette. He scores as well. And the Rockies are up 2-1. Top of the second. Here's Dennis Martinez. And that's a base hit. Die the pitcher. Here comes Sorrento. It's 2-0. Yikes. Rockies. 3-2. Here comes Walker. The third base. He's safe at the plate. Young scores. 4-2. Rockies. Top of the fourth. Here comes Tony Pena. The 2-2. Pena to right center. This could be trouble. And say goodbye. That one. It's 4-0. Tony Pena. Don't spell the pitch. Bell to left field. They'll bounce for a double. Here comes Lofton. It's 5-4 Indians. They want to force a game 7. Bottom of the fourth. Second and third. Here's the pitch. Walker. That will drop base hit. Vanderwall scores. Here comes Young. He'll save. 6-5 Rockies. Oh boy. Got a pinch hitter roughing out Trinidad Hubbard, former Brave. The 2-2. He crushes it. Left center. This could be gone. It is gone. Say goodbye. That one. Trinidad Hubbard. Old Mother Hubbard puts the home run in the cupboard. And the Rockies have a 9-5 lead. Albert Bell made it 9-6 with a home run. Here comes Castillo. Bichette on second with a steal. 2-2. Right center field. This could be trouble. Back is Ramirez. Gone. Castilla. Vinny Castilla. 11-6. Dante Bichette. You know his home run. Now it's a 2-2. He crushes it. Deep left center. This could be the icing on the cake. It is gone. Sayonara. Dante's big. 13-6. Man, just home run. Tome. Ground ball short. Easy play. Easy play. Yeah, the Rockies are the 1995 World Champions. Amazing job. And poor Montreal. They have to see Larry Walker get a World Series ring. That was denied for the 94 strike. Well, can you believe it? Cleveland went down in 6 games in real life in the simulation. Albert Bell hit 2 home runs. Great job. Tony Pena even hit 1. But Dennis Martinez just couldn't do the job. Grimsley, Black, and Jim Poole were the victims. And memory serves me right, Jim Poole was the guy who gave up that home run to David Justice in Game 6 of the Real World Series. Michel Castillo, Trinidad Hubbard. Where is this fucking guy coming from? Well, as we look on his stats line, he was a rookie for the 95 Rockies. 24 games. He had 3 home runs. He played for the 96 Rockies, then played for the Dodgers for a couple of years. And then 2000 Braves and 2002 Padres. So, yeah. He came out of fucking nowhere. Reynoso was not the winner. It was Joe Gray. Bruce Ruffin, Steve Reed, Kirk kind of finished him for it. So, amazing job. I am just in stunned silence. I mean, how the heck did the Colorado Rockies get all the way to the World Series and win in their 3rd year of expansion? Easy. The long ball. And that it shall stay.